Hey everybody, we are a few minutes early, 5 minutes early to be exact. That is a milestone here on the Pit Stop with Team Truck Stop Love. My name's Mikey Zero, and next to me is Rochelle's dog. She is not able to join us tonight, but who better to save a sinking ship than this captain right here, Mikey Zero. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Pit Stop with Team Truck Stop Love here on the On the Block Network. And Rochelle's dog wants to say hi to everybody. Maybe I should feed him. But I'm going to quickly recap. I won't take too much of your time. Leg 7 of the amazing race. I'm going to try and pull up the live chat right now. Let me see. I'm manning all the controls. You have to forgive me. So if you want to chat along with me, I'm sure there we go. The live chat is officially up on my screen. So if you want to chat along, chime in, help me out a little bit, I'd appreciate it. Anything counts. So subscribe to On the Block Network. We have the On the Block podcast with Spencer and McCrae, Survivor with All the Fixins with Max Dawson, and the Pit Stop with Team Truck Stop Love with Rochelle and I. So tonight, Leg 7 of the amazing race, season 27, they traveled to Rotterdam in the Netherlands. It was a to-be-continued leg, the second of the season, which is odd to me, and they left no real cliffhanger. Last week, Team Alabama was still at the Rap Challenge, and we knew they were going to check in last. We knew it was a to-be-continued leg, and for some reason, they cut off the episode there. And this episode started out basically with them checking in. Like, we knew what was going to happen. We knew they were going to get to the pit stop and Phil was going to say continue racing, and he did. So I don't know what the cliffhanger was all about, but they wanted it to be continued. And it wasn't even in the first 5 minutes of the episode that they got through the wrapping detour while everybody was already on their way to Rotterdam. So there was a train that Justin from the green team, I believe he said everybody was booked on at 7:22. And they wanted to try and find an earlier train, which Justin and Diana, the green team, did find the earlier train. They got on. That's a very beneficial move in the amazing race. You know, that can set you way ahead or set you way behind. And, excuse me, there was Chag Attack and the cheerleaders. They also found another train, not the same one as Justin and Diana, but they got on an earlier train. Well, Team Texas went sightseeing around Paris. They went and seen the Eiffel Tower and just kind of enjoyed their day. And that reminded me of on season 26, on the season Rochelle and I were on, Laura and Tyler, well, they were in Amsterdam, went out and celebrated Laura's birthday, and it cost them a flight. So, hey, Justin's here right now, green team in the house, shout out. Look at Justin's the co-host today, I'm just naming it. Justin, you've got my back right now. So yeah, Justin, my man, my co-host tonight, and Diana on the first train. Team Alabama finishes, they're going on, and we have everybody going to Rotterdam. Chag Attack thought they were going to Amsterdam. So they ended up on the wrong train, which was a recurring theme throughout tonight's episode with Chag Attack. They just did not have good luck tonight. And they got a clue. Let's see. Justin and Diana, they start off and they had to find a big red boat, a vessel, and they would see their waiting time, I guess. They're kind of the rest period, the grouping period. There are the grouping periods throughout the seasons of The Amazing Race. We had a couple. You know, every season has a couple. And Justin and Diana, they get to leave first. They're hanging in there. They're just in the top of the pack all the time. All the time. And it's awesome to see super fans on The Amazing Race. And I'm not just saying that because Justin's in the chat right now, but it's cool to see them just tearing it up on the race. And where are we at? I got all these notes. Usually this is really hard doing by yourself. I don't know how Max does this with Survivor, but I have notes here, a live chat here, and a camera here. So I think what we're doing. So they find the big red boat, they find their wait time, and they have to sleep on the boat, which they have their nice little blow-up mattresses and pillows, and I'm sure it was great and comfortable, except for Mr. Chag Attack got bit by a mosquito or something, and had to go the rest of the leg with a giant lip, and it looked ridiculous. Every time he was on screen, I was cracking up. But I don't mean to laugh, but it was a great sight, great TV from from Rick's lip. So, as I said before, Czech Attack thought they were going to Amsterdam. They ended up in Rotterdam, which is not the same as Amsterdam. And they still get the third tag. So that means, they're leaving towards the beginning of the pack. And in the morning they leave and they go to, or Justin, you might have to help me out on this, Kap van Zuid, something of that sort. As you may remember on my season of The Amazing Race, when I couldn't pronounce Namibia. And Diana got pooped on by a seagull as well. I hope that's in the extra YouTube clips. That would be gold. Why didn't they show it on the show? So, breaking news here on the pit stop with Team Truck Stop Love. Diana actually got pooped on by a seagull. That's poor Diana. I'm sorry. But we get to this. All right, let's see. We get to the big red vessel. I'm reminiscing like I'm on The Amazing Race with you guys. And we go to a roadblock. We get a clue for a roadblock. State-of-the-art. Search under windmills to find an exact replica of Van Gogh's sunflower painting. Justin says close enough. Thank you. We'll just keep it at that. We'll just do the best I can. And the Van Gogh painting, it reminded me a lot of the Klompen from season 26 of The Amazing Race, when Rochelle was running around, and more notably Matt from The Hairstylist was running around like a madman looking around for the Klompen. So you had to find the exact painting, pay attention to detail, and there was the physical activity was added into it, where the windmills they looked really far apart, and everybody was sweating, and it was a double whammy on this one. Justin and Diana. Justin here was getting a little frustrated, I could tell. I'm very shocked at Justin's. I shouldn't say. I'm going to say this nicely since you're in here. Not aggression, but you're a competitor. So you're very competitive, I can tell. And Diana's trying, and she's trying, and you're there just like, ugh, come on. But, I mean, you guys, like I've said in the beginning of this podcast, you've been tearing it up. You guys have been in the front of the pack for, everything except for pretty much the first leg. And that's got to be a lot of stress, knowing you're going to fall. You're falling back. You're seeing teams get in there and get out. The reporters got the Van Gogh painting on the first try, which was crazy. That seems like I would have been there for hours. On the first try, they got out of their first, Czech Attack second, the cheerleaders third. Green team got out of their fourth, and Team Texas fifth. And it right there again, the Team Texas and the green team just always hanging right around each other all the time. And then we have the Fitbit math. I don't have the notes with the exact thing. Rochelle wrote that down, but I do not have her notes in front of me. But I guess Justin can do it. What would you have to do? Your heart rate. You had to find the difference between your heart rate from a detour, and then with the roadblock you just performed. Find the difference and deliver that many tulips to the Dutch Klompen lady. I don't know her name. I just seen the big Klompen there and had flashbacks. So there's the Fitbit math, and then after you did that and you got it correct, you went to the No-Let Distillery to search for your next clue. And I thought you were going to do some drinking challenges, which has been right up my alley. But you got your clue for the next detour, which was ship or skip. Ship, you navigate a virtual vessel through a storm, locate 2 ships in 5 minutes, and to save a pilot and then save an SOS ship. And skip was jump rope while doing the double dutch and a clap routine. And the cheerleaders were the only team to do the skip leg of the skip side of the detour. Everybody else went to the ship side, and that's what I would have liked. It was like it looked like a big giant video game, and it was a lot of fun. And then it seemed like they were very far apart detours. So if there was any switching involved, they painted the picture that they were very far apart. Somebody, Angelica says, and Clogs made a return. Clog the Clomp, and we're back. So in the ship detour, the green team and the reporters, they were kind of switching on and off, back and forth, trying and failing until everybody else showed up, and then the green team guys got out of there first, and then everything from there, it wrote the rest of itself. There was a well, the cheerleaders on the other side got out before you. I don't know if that was editing or if they had actually got out of their detour before the green team got out of their detour. Who knows? But the cheerleaders out, green team, Team Texas reporters, Alabama paparazzi, and Shack Attack were the last to leave the ship detour. And the pit stop was, you have to take a train to Hoeg to find the Peace Palace. Hoeg? Somebody called it Hagu, I think. That was the pit stop. The green team, they check in first, and after coming in for first place, 2 of them were to be continueds, but this one was ridiculous. This one, you got the bankroll. However many steps you took on your Fitbit, you got that in cash. So, Justin, how much did you actually end up getting, or are you going to be getting from that? I didn't write the numbers down. Was that it seemed like a nice amount of cash. In the 30,000s, possibly? I don't know. So yeah, the green team checked in first, followed by the reporters, the cheerleaders, Team Texas, the paparazzi, and then Team Alabama and Shack Attack. There was some tram trauma going on here with Shack Attack and Team Alabama. They were neck and neck, and Shack Attack decided to get on one train while Alabama stood back. They stayed back, and eventually the Shack Attack team got onto the wrong tram and ended up in last place and eliminated from the Amazing Race 27. So now we are down to 6 teams: the green team, the reporters, the cheerleaders, Team Texas, the paparazzi, and Team Alabama. And Justin just checked in. They won $31,900 for checking in first. So I think that makes up for the 2 legs where you didn't win a prize. That's a nice hefty bill right there. So next week, leg 8 of the Amazing Race. Wait, Justin, can you tell us where you're going? I know they showed the previews and they mentioned something, but can you give us the official city and country, if I can pronounce it correctly? We'll wait for him. We'll play the waiting game. Got nothing else to do. All right. While we're waiting for him, subscribe to On the Block Network, On the Block Podcast, Survivor with All the Fixins, and the Pit Stop with Team Truck Stop Love. We are going to recap episodes every Friday at 10:30, and we're going to do some interviews here and there whenever we can with past Amazing Racers or anybody you'd like. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Team Truck Stop Love. Send us a message right on our wall. Tell us who you want us to interview, talk to. Go to Poland next week. Thank you, Justin. That'll be good. Krakow, Poland. I'm Polish. That would have been great. That would have been fantastic. You guys are getting to go to cool places. I'm a little bit jealous. But, so if follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Team Truck Stop Love. Follow me on Twitter at Mikey0. And follow Rochelle at Rochelle DeVille. And we will see you all next week. I told you this podcast was going to be short and sweet. Thank you, Justin, the green team, for being in the live chat and saving me from this sinking ship. But I'm glad I could captain it. See you next week, everybody, on the Pit Stop with Team Truck Stop Love.